Gamers are in revolt. That's right, they absolutely are rebelling against anything and everything Ubisoft seems to be about ready to release, and for good reason. And we're going to talk about that on That Game Place. Hi, folks, it's me, CC, here for That Game Place, along with one of my favorite comrades, Stone Cold Loki. How's it going, Loki?
Doing good. Having fun on this glorious weekend.
Well, I bet. Hey, of course, you're going to be seeing this at a different time, but we need to make sure you understand that Ubisoft is absolutely getting wrecked. Apparently, Ubisoft is responding to a plethora of complaints about Star Wars Outlaws after gamers just destroy gameplay. Have you seen some of these visuals, Loki?
It looks like PS3 graphics. It's like they're not even trying anymore.
Yeah, it kind of feels that way. Plus, a lot of people have talked about the fact that they really downgraded from the actress who played this character, and they did all the motion cap and the modeling from, and really kind of like made her less attractive. And have you noticed that as well?
They gave her man jaw, which seems to be a very big thing in the game industry right now. Let's give her big old jaws and make her look ugly. That'll fix everything.
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing that a lot, a lot more often, I should say. And in fact, there's another story that you and I are going to record for later this week that, well, also talks about some man jaw or mannish things, but we'll get to that in a minute. We've got Star Wars Outlaws publisher Ubisoft responding to a plethora of complaints. Now, they partnered with IGN to share 10 minutes of gameplay for the game that was uploaded to the company's YouTube channel, which I've seen. Have you seen this?
I've seen it.
What did you think about it? Just quick commentary.
It looks terrible, and then IGN turned around and blamed us for not having it on the correct settings. It's almost like we've heard that before from somebody. I can't remember. Maybe some kind of Game of Thrones, or I don't know. But I'm remembering something about how we didn't have our settings right, and it was all our fault.
Right. Yeah. Well, if you shoot a dark episode and you don't have your gamma turned up maximum, maybe you wouldn't see it right. But moving aside from that, I will say that this is bologna sausage, because you can put this in 4K or whatever else your machine is capable of, and it doesn't look any better. In fact, the mechanics of the game, the sliding, the other things that are elements of this gameplay, it really expose it for being very poorly designed. It doesn't seem to, treat physics as a real thing, or, the fact that they're actually modeling bullets for these laser blasts. So instead of a straight line, you see like an arc. But that's just a few of the complaints. But from the story here at That Park Place, John writes, potential players were not impressed and made their complaints known. The video currently has over 66,000 dislikes and only 12,000 likes. You think that's going to be a successful Star Wars game, Loki?
No, I don't think it is. I think Ubisoft's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, me too. I mean, this and AC Shadows at the same time, and the fact that nobody's liking what they're making, and they were told a long time ago that that was going to be a problem, and they didn't listen to the gamers. Well, these are the results. So in comments, players made it clear that they had no intention of purchasing and playing the game. IGN single-handedly saving us all money, wrote Centurion of Terra. My goodness, former Bandit added, how to save 80 euros in 100 minutes. That's right, about $100 is what this game is going to run, folks, if you want to get all the magical goodness. And the Cranin the Hog commented that the thermal detonator is the worst thing I've ever seen in a modern video game. Well, yeah, and if you're unfamiliar with that scene, Loki, you want to tell them what that scene was that they're talking about there?
The heroine of this game looks like she's being pushed away from the explosion. There is no real explosion shockwave. Just looks like someone pushed her.
Yeah, it is kind of rather weird. I mean, and how she just kind of, instead of being absolutely destroyed by this, the concussion of which should be tearing her limb from limb, she does get just kind of tossed aside. But Start the big McGeen, I don't know, I'm just going to say it that way, says, guys, the AI is completely lifelike. It was just programmed by the director of the Secret Service. Well, that's a little on the nose and very funny. 71 Chevelle mocked it, saying, calm down, guys. This is footage from the Nintendo GameCube version.
I think the GameCube looked better. I think Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 and 3 look better on the GameCube than this game.
and you absolutely would know because I know you played those. So somebody else posted, is this another 4A game? The explosion effect that was worse than Uncharted 2 that came out in PS3 is amazing. It's actually true. In fact, most of the graphics in Uncharted 2 look vastly superior to this. But IGN Skeletons, what a great name, referenced the Acolyte to mock the game, saying the power of 1, the power of 2, the power of don't pre-order.
You shouldn't be pre-ordering anything anyway.
No.
Anybody out there will tell you don't pre-order anything anyway because you're just going to be disappointed.
Yeah, in fact, I think that's the new mantra of most of the wise gamers out there is don't pre-buy anything, because if they under-deliver, you're stuck with it. You know,
right.
you spend, $90 for a brick. There's no brick worth $90. I'm just going to say it that way. So, and this is really funny. She runs like my 60-year-old uncle in flip-flops trying to catch up to his beer rolling down the sidewalk.
She does. She does.
Oh, that paints a picture. But as we go on through this, I have to say that there probably are no more funnier comments than towards the end here. Obviously, canceled my pre-order after this footage. Thanks, IGN. Well, thanks, IGN. And then it's giving that soulless cash grab energy. And then T-Bone says, "Oh, yes, thermal detonators, known for lightly pushing somebody away."
Yes.
Cherry Johns posts 10 solid minutes of don't pre-order energy.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Oh, usually they pick exciting parts of the game for these showcases, but this had me skipping through the video. Wow. You're skipping through a 10-minute preview video of a game that's supposed to be, or was supposed to be, highly sought after. So IGN attempted to address all this negative feedback that Loki and I are laughing at right now, saying, "We've noticed the video isn't airing at optimal quality by default. Please make sure to adjust your video settings to ensure the video has proper fidelity."
It's not going to help. It's not going to change anything. It's not going to change how crappy the game looks. It's not going to change how horrible the AI acts. It's not going to change anything. This has gone gold. What does it mean when something goes gold? It's shipping. It's pressed. The Blu-rays have been pressed. The game is shipping out. All they can do now is try and fix some things in post by putting a patch out, and no patch is going to fix how bad this game is.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not going to solve that sliding problem, but like, you sliding like 3 times as far as you should be able to is kind of, that's pretty broken. But regardless, the negative comments on this were brought up in another video that we're going to release this week, if we haven't already, about the Q1 sales report call. One investor from Bank of America questioned Ubisoft's narrative that the game was receiving positive feedback, and even questioned if Ubisoft would delay the game following the negative feedback. There are also many other questions. And again, we have another video coming out, so don't miss that. If we've already released it, it'll be right up there. But Ubisoft CEO Yves Guillemot responded to the inquiry saying, "The game has gone gold, so the date is well confirmed for August 13th. And as you mentioned, we'll be showcasing more content of a very high quality, multiple hours that will really show the depths of the open world." Hey, Loki, how open is this world?
Not very open. Doesn't look very open to me.
So how long does it take you to cross an entire planetscape in this game?
That's a good question. I would love to know that.
Yeah, I think it was leaked, and I wanted to kind of, hint at this, that somewhere between 5 minutes to cross an entire planet on one planet and 9 minutes to cross another one. Now, mind you, if you were able to do that in like something like Grand Theft Auto, you can't.
No.
I mean, there's games out there. It's like, try to walk in a straight direction for 10 minutes in Fallout 4. Now, mind you, that game's how many years old? And, you got like a half an hour of trudging around, it seems, in Fallout 4, right? So it's just
Right.
like, this is insanity. Anyway, so the company's chief financial officer also added, "We've said also for Star Wars, the level of quality, the world, and the experience is really very high. We're really leveraging our engine, and I think people will love it." Well, not if what we're seeing is the case, right?
Leveraging our engine. Okay, so speak English real quick, guy. Leveraging engine. What do you mean you're leveraging your engine?
Well,
You're
they're
leveraging your game engine?
yeah, yeah. I think they're trying to say they're pushing it to its extent.
Well,
They're making the most use of it.
they need to upgrade their game engine. Then they need to absolutely this is giving me frostbite
Oh,
flashbacks from EA.
ah.
Start building a new engine and stop leveraging your engine into things that it can't do.
So
Go back to Unreal,
so
please.
you're saying that the Ubisoft Anvil engine is not really up to snuff. Is that what you're
No.
saying?
Nope, it's not. Like I said, it reminds me of Frostbite, EA's Frostbite engine, which absolutely was junk.
Well, I do know this that investors did not seem to be impressed with the sales call and the answers that they got from Guimont and Duguay regarding Star Wars Outlaws, as well as the upcoming Assassin's Creed Shadow game, which, like I said, we've got another video for. The stock price for Ubisoft plummeted over 12% in a video that we already have out there. And within a week of releasing the trailer and the company sales call, they went down an awful lot. Look at this cliff they hit. It's like over 5 days. Whoop, whoop, whoop. They're down to, what is that? 1951. I think they're down to even more right now. And the price has fallen even further since that date, sitting at 1889, but fallen to a low of 1818 on July 25th. So as you consider that the company's stock price has fallen over 36% in just a year, in just 2024 alone, the stock has declined over 18%. So the farther you go back over the last 5 years, it's a 75% drop. Wow.
And they think nothing's wrong. They think everything's fine and that they're leveraging their engine to do something great. I just don't see it. I really don't. You get what you pay for.
That's right. And Loki, is this a game you have any positive thoughts about? Is there any way you're going to play this?
I wouldn't waste my money on it. I wouldn't spend the $12 it cost to sign up to the Ubisoft streaming, whatever it is, where you can just play their games for the month. I wouldn't even spend the $12 for 1 month's access for this game because I'm not going to play it. I'm going to get on. I'm going to get frustrated, just like I did with Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I love Valhalla. I love Vikings. I could not play that game. It was that frustrating. They have gone into this, hey, let's make MMO games for single player games. So we're going to throw you in an MMO universe in a single player game. I'm sorry, if I want to go play an MMO, I'll go play an MMO. If I want to play a single player game, I want to play a single player game. I don't want to play some fusion where you've got to buy weapons with real money, buy credits with real money, buy all the stuff Ubisoft wants to sell you. Here, get Han Solo's blaster. Don't wait to the end of the game. Just pay us $4.99 and we'll give you immediate access. I don't want any of that. They did that with Ghost Recon. They've done that with other games. I am done. Ubisoft is cut off. They're not getting another penny from me.
Well, that makes perfect sense. And you kind of align with exactly where I was going. So I'm not sure I have much to add, but we have to ask you, our wonderful audience out there, what do you think about Ubisoft's most recent performance and offerings via the IGN video that you've seen with Star Wars Outlaws? Are you going to go and check out this game, or are you rather going to opt to watch somebody else's experience and make a informed decision about how you spend your money? Let us know those answers down in the comments section below. And while you're down there, hit the thumbs up button and be sure that you're still subscribed with all notifications on because, hey, you don't want to miss anything and we're dropping videos like crazy. On that note, as always, game on.